Telling a good story is a colossal challenge. It requires creating an interesting world and characters with some good dialogue and story beats. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a game that has a heartfelt story that achieves that colossal challenge, and it also manages to offer some fun gameplay with some immersive music and awesome visuals. Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy and this is my non-spoiler review for Wavetale for PS5. The game was developed by Thunderful Development and published by Thunderful Publishing. Thanks to Thunderful Games for the review code. Wavetale follows the story of Sigrid, a young girl who lives on an island with her grandma. One day, a dark wave called the Gloom hits the archipelago and a shadow appears and befriends Sigrid. Now it's up to you, with the help of your new mysterious friend, to investigate what has happened, uncover the truth behind the archipelago story and its residents, and find the source of the gloom to stop it from spreading. Wavetale is narrative focused. It has a very deep story that tackles themes of loss and reconciliation, among other themes that will resonate emotionally with the players. The story of Wavetale is presented through cutscenes and character dialogues. The game features some excellent voice acting and dialogue that gives every character personality, and it feels like you're watching a cartoon. You find throughout the game different journal entries which give you additional information regarding the characters and the world of Wavetale from the viewpoint of the main character. So let's talk about the visuals of this game, because it is one of the things that stands out the most. Wavetale features cel-shaded cartoon aesthetics. Eyes and mouths look hand-drawn and helps with the emotional expression of the characters. Each character has a unique design and they're all colorful and very particular looking. The game takes place on an archipelago and open waters, which gives the game an open feel. In terms of performance, the game ran at 60 FPS most of the time. There were occasional frame rate drops, a lot of screen tearing, missing sound effects at times, static during certain dialogues, and weird audio mixing during gameplay specifically. By weird audio mixing, I mean that there are times when you hear the music and atmosphere clearly and can barely hear the sound effects, and some sound effects are clearly missing. In terms of the music of Wavetale is very atmospheric. Mixing the music with the sounds of your surroundings, like waves and wind, makes it very immersive. The music conveys a sense of mystery and adventure, and pairs perfectly well with the type of gameplay that the game is going for.
I think I have what we need. Now what?
Well, get here stat so we can fill up the tank.
So, let's talk about the gameplay. Wavetale is a narrative-driven action-adventure game. The game's main focus is on traversal, exploration, and platforming. You will explore different open areas, complete objectives, finding sparks to open new areas, and continue the story. The structure of the game is very simple. However, even though the gameplay is very simple, the mobility and traversal makes this a truly memorable experience. The main character has a wide variety of movesets that gives her a lot of mobility since the very beginning of the game. You can jump, double jump, dash, glide, run, and in the water you can surf very fast. You can use your net, which is your weapon, to attack enemies and to grapple to different areas. This makes traversal in this game very fast and very fun. As you traverse the open areas, the music and the ambient sounds kick in. The combination of the freedom of mobility, open and visually beautiful areas, with the atmospheric music puts the player in a state of flow that I feel is at the heart of the gameplay of this game. Despite the gameplay being simple, the state of flow that the player experiences makes it wonderful. There's a lot of focus on platforming, and areas have a lot of verticality. You'll be sliding in the water in long slides, jumping off trampolines, and getting shot in the air by rings. This helps keep the gameplay interesting throughout. There is fighting in this game, but it's very basic and it's not its strongest point. You can attack enemies with your net. Enemies tend to stagger, So fights tend to boil down to hitting them until they die. In regards to enemies, there's a limited amount of variety, and in general they are mostly not important when trying to complete your objectives. Most of the times, not always, you can just ignore them. You will find side quests that are mostly fetch quests, but some of them are challenges that you can complete, and they reward you with the game's currency called sparklings. You can also find this currency spread throughout the areas, and you can use it to buy clothes and change your character look at a shop inside the game. As you explore, you will also find new journal entries which give you information regarding the characters and the world of Wavetale from the viewpoint of Sigrid, the main character. And this is important because this game has a lot of history within it. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of stuff that has happened in the past of this world, and you will find a lot of the information in the journal entries, meaning that there's lore in the game, and it's very good, and it gives the world of Wavetale a lot of depth, which connects beautifully with what's happening in the present and the growth of the main character. In what regards to the setting of the game, I just want to point out that there are accessibility settings. The game has quite a few of them that you can toggle to change gameplay aspects to make the game even more easy to play and more accessible. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of this game. I'm gonna start with the cons. I think there were two things that took away from this experience, but I'm very optimistic and I'll explain why. First of all, technical difficulties, screen tearing, problems with sound mixing, missing sound effects, audio static, occasional frame rate drops. Additionally, the camera moves on its own, and that's by design, but you can control it at the same time. And there are a lot of moments in the game where it feels like you're fighting with the camera, and there's no way to toggle that in the settings to turn it off. However, despite these technical difficulties, I'm very hopeful because all of this can be addressed on a day one patch. Remember that I played the game before release, and usually some of these aspects can be pretty easily addressed with a patch. The second thing that took away from my gameplay experience were the fights inside the game, because they are extremely basic. You just whack enemies and they die. There's no depth or substance to it. I wish it had been more elaborated and there was more to fighting the enemies than just whacking them until they die, because it feels like an afterthought. So what are the strong points of this game? First of all, the visuals. That cel-shaded cartoony look is incredible. It's vibrant, it's beautiful, and it gives the game a lot of personality. I would pay to watch a cartoon of Wavetale because it's that good. Secondly, the music. Man, the music is very atmospheric, immersive, and gets the player in a relaxing trance, which I enjoyed throughout the entire game. It's so good. And finally, traversal and exploration. I can't emphasize enough that traversing through the world of Wavetale is extremely fun because of how much mobility the main character has and how beautiful the game looks. And despite me presenting these three strong points separately, they all come together beautifully to give you a unique experience that is something that is incredible. So in conclusion, despite having technical issues and simple combat, there's something special at the heart of Wavetale. On the side of the gameplay, the incredible mobility of the main character, the beautiful cel-shaded cartoon aesthetics, and the atmospheric relaxing music all come together, immersing the player in a state of flow that makes the gameplay engaging, relaxing, and fun. On the narrative side, there's a powerful moving story that tackles deep subjects and is carried by some wonderful voice acting, beautiful music, and engaging and heartfelt dialogue. The flow state gameplay and the deep, heartful story are at the heart of this game and help it to stand out despite some of its flaws. For this reason, I highly recommend Wavetale. So I hope you guys enjoyed my non-spoiler review. Wavetale is available for PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch on December 12, 2022, and on Xbox on December 13. So go show the developer some love by picking up this game on any one of the platforms of your choosing. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.